Hey guys, what's going on? This is your old pal CHH. I just wanted to do a quick video to kind of react to the artwork that's now come out about the Elm Street collections. We have the art for the standard box set, and we also have the art for the Steelbook collection, as well as what the Steelbooks actually look like. Now, as far as listings, I don't think at this very moment the American standard version has been listed yet. If and when it does, I'll share it, and if for some reason it happens to be up somehow, I'm sure somebody will say down below, or I'll drop the link. But there is some great news about this. We'll get into all of this. And why don't we just go ahead and start with the standard version, and let's have a look at it. Here it is, guys. The Nightmare on Elm Street 7 film collection. Now, this artwork is very interesting, because what this actually shows is that the 4K collection kind of has the same artwork as the DVD collection did back in 1999. Now, I know it's not exactly the same, but that image was used for Freddy. And on the other side, I believe they used New Nightmare. So they did throw it back old school still with Elm Street on this when it comes to the DVD collection, which is good. This is a hell of a lot better than the Jackie Earl Haley artwork. Thank God that's not the case. I really thought it would be, because I've been told, I remember seeing this on TikTok and people talking about all the time, that apparently Robert has a thing in his contract where anytime his likeness of his look of Freddy is used, he has to be paid for that. So it looks like they actually just, if that's the case, thank God they did this. And the reception for this hasn't been that bad. A lot of people have looked at this and said, okay, I'm down with it. Another thing that's really cool about this, if you guys will see, is that the case itself is red. Maybe not a big deal to some, but I do think it's a nice touch. Obviously, red is a primary color for Freddy, red and green. And I think it looks good, so I like the red. It's funny because there was a red Blu-ray collection for Friday the 13th that Paramount did a few years ago. But good to see that Freddy has a red case. 4K Ultra HD plus digital code. And we look at the back. This is where finally we got the confirmation about this. Let's look on the right side of there. It'll say A Nightmare on Elm Street theatrical and uncut versions, which has already been released. Nightmare on Elm Street 2, 85 minutes. A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, 96 minutes. A Nightmare on Elm Street 4, 93 minutes. A Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child, 1989 theatrical version, 89 minutes / uncut version, 90 minutes. Now, if memory serves, I think maybe the VHS or Laserdisc release that I had was more like 91 or 92 minutes. So what could be on that may not be on here, I'm not sure exactly, but it is great that we're getting the uncut version. Now, what this probably means is they're going to have, it's not an innate amount of time, obviously, but seeing Dan's death uncut and Greta's death, that's got to be what this is. That is great, fantastic, and I know it's not really a big deal to some people, but this is history. This is Elm Street history. It came out before. It was out in 1990 on VHS and Laserdisc. Now we finally have it back. 30-some-odd years later, we finally have Part 5 uncut back as the way to watch the film. Also, we have Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare. Now, this one's clocking in at 89 minutes, but there was a lot of speculation that there was going to be a 92-minute cut of Freddy's Revenge. Supposedly, when this movie was in theaters, there was a moment where the daughter, the actress' name is slipping me, she looks at the camera, stops, and says, "Now, put on your glasses, everybody." Like, she talks to the audience. And that was in the theatrical cut, and it was kind of stricken from the record books after that. I don't think that they ever had that footage on DVD, Laserdisc, VHS, and there was a lot of speculation that they were gonna have that back in there, but I don't know if that's going to be the case now. But more on Freddy's Dead in a second. When we look at the Steelbook collection, we'll get into that. Wes Craven's New Nightmare at 112 minutes. It does say includes theatrical and uncut versions of Elm Street 84 and Elm Street 5, 3D glasses for the portion of Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare sequence, plus blood-curdling special features, which I think there is going to be new interviews and featurettes. We did see Jack's shoulder. We did see Robert Englund taking pictures saying on set, talking about a film we made years and years ago. It's all on Jack Shoulder's Facebook page. You can go look at that. So that's that. Now, guys, let's have a look at the Steelbook collection. Now, I'm going to try to have this be on screen as clean and as proper as I can. So the artwork, a lot of people speculated this, and they were more keen than me when they saw this. They said, Christian, zoom in on that artwork reveal soon. You can see stripes. You can see stripes on the corners of that Steelbook box set. It looks like the box set is going to be a Freddy sweater, which in all things considered could have been a lot worse. I like it. Now, the only question is we don't see a logo of a Nightmare on Elm Street on there. Maybe it'll be on the very top or something like that. That remains to be seen. We have not seen an image of what maybe the top of the box, the steel box, looks like, but it very well could be like a logo on top of that. But this is the best news possible, guys. Look at this. All the Steelbooks have original theatrical poster artwork in a sense. Obviously, they don't have texts or anything on them because they just don't, like it is a theatrical poster. But I'm going to zoom in while I'm looking at this. Yeah, Part 2 looks fantastic. Part 3, Part 4. Part 5 is the theatrical poster. I would have preferred the home video poster, but it makes sense. What's really interesting is they kept a color scheme with this. You'll see what they did with Freddy's Dead is it is the theatrical poster artwork, but instead of a red Steelbook, it's still like a dark bluish Steelbook. You still see the bust down there in the corner, but the base of this whole thing is blue still. Very interesting. Don't love it, don't hate it, but honestly, not going to complain about that at this point. And then we'll see the new Nightmare Steelbook, which has the theatrical image as well with that big Freddy, and then Heather below. It looks like there is a little companion card right here for a limit. This thing is limited to 4,000 copies, and then all of our discs down below. And then it comes with, excuse me, 3D glasses for Freddy's Dead, which are a different look than the ones that came with the Laserdisc. The Laserdisc ones were red and white. These are red and black. And I think Freddy's Dead's 3D stuff was never really filmed in that super premium type of 3D. It was always made strictly just for the red and blue glasses. So that's that. I don't think this is, that's why it's on 4K only, because it's that certain type of cheaper 3D. But Rachel Talalay did say that they were able to really improve that still for the 4K. So we'll see. I mean, it's going to be fun. We'll all grin and bear it for that part of the movie when we watch it. We'll put the glasses on when that part comes. So that's it. Now, that was limited to 4,000, which also means that I don't know how the Zavi one is going to go. I think you could still pre-order that one, but I'm pretty sure the American Steelbook collection on Amazon is probably sold out. If it's limited to 4,000, I wouldn't be surprised if they've already reached that cap limit. So that's another thing. Keep that in mind. Overall, how does everybody feel? What do you guys think? Let me know down below. I'm pretty happy. I'm sure most of you have heard by now. It's really sad. Blockbuster Box Sets, he did get his cease and desist from Warner Brothers, and it wasn't even just an Elm Street thing. They told him don't do anything like that. So I know that he's already said he's doing refunds, and he's already started that process days ago. So most people probably have gotten any if they did pre-order that from him. But with all that being said, I mean, with what we have studio-wise, I'm fairly happy with all of it, including the standard one. So let me know which one you guys are interested in. Now, if you do get the UK one, if that's still available on the Zavi site, you're going to have to pay an extra $100 and something because those come with Blu-rays, because I think that maybe the Blu-rays still sell very well over there. I don't know. But I'm glad to have the American one. I don't need the Blu-rays. They're probably just going to be the old previous Blu-rays anyway. Let me know how you guys feel about this down below. And as soon as the standard one starts hitting the links, I will share that around. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts. I'll talk to y'all soon. Huge giant thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Without you guys, this would not be possible. To get behind the scenes photos, videos, music, private live streams, and much more, you can subscribe to my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Thank you to my patrons.